Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Until the start of this special operation, Dmitry Medvedev was according to the analysts and experts in the West, the most pro-Western Russian leader. And lately being in the past 2 or 3 months, 2 months I would say, Dmitry Medvedev, the former president of the Russian Federation and former prime minister of the Russian Federation, made some comments that the only ones I heard making this kind of comments were Zhirinovsky and Lebed, general, the colonel. I know he became a general, the one who was killed in East Russia. Far away by Vladivostok or something, or in Siberia. In Siberia, his helicopter had some defects and just basically I think he was shot down. That's what I think it was, but you know, weird. And we have Medvedev here being sent, according to Ukrainska Pravda, to the new provinces to figure things out and harmonize the legislature from the Luhansk and Donetsk regions or democratic republics to the Russian Federation. So this article comes from today, August 11th, 2022, from Ukrainska Pravda. Putin sends Medvedev to Ukraine. Obliges Ukraine because all right, let's see what Ukraine. I say, oh, it meets Zelensky, the war is over, let's have Lennon sing a little bit. And what's his name, Jim Morrison too, right? So Dmitry Medvedev, the former president of Russia and current deputy chairman of the Security Council of the Russian Federation, visited the occupied part of Luhansk Oblast, where he held a security meeting on behalf of Vladimir Putin. Luhansk Oblast, Luhansk People's Republic, according to the Russians. But these guys don't want to recognize it, so it's funny how they pretend to know it's our oblast still, but the Russian flag is over there. So, quote from Medvedev: "On Thursday, I visited the Luhansk People's Republic, where I met with the heads of the Luhansk People's Republic, in parentheses, so-called Luhansk People's Republic, Leonid Pashishnik, and the DPR, in parentheses by Ukrainska Pravda, so-called Donetsk People's Republic, Denis Pushilin," end quote. Details: according to Medvedev, on behalf of Putin, he held a meeting where participants discussed security issues in the Russian-occupied territories of eastern Ukraine. Medvedev said that Prosecutor General of the Russian Federation, Igor Krasnov, first deputy head of the presidential administration of the Russian Federation, Sergei Kiriyenko, head of the Ministry of the Internal Affairs, Vladimir Kolokoltsev, head of the Ministry of the Construction, Irek, so director of the blah 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 blah, head of the investigative committee. All these guys participated in the meeting, so the big shots right there. In addition, Medvedev said that the, and I'm quoting, special emphasis was made on harmonizing the legislation of the LPR and DPR with the legislation of the Russian Federation. So integration. We like integration, we like diversity and inclusion. It's inclusion. Don't you like inclusion here? Hey, America, no inclusion here? Reminder, in mid-June, Medvedev questioned the future of Ukraine, saying it would not exist in 2 years. Yeah, if they do this stupid stuff they're doing and they keep aggravating things, I don't know. I don't want to look at these things so, like they're funny or something, but I mean, it's too gloomy if you look at it, and I don't see things going, and there's no win here. There's no win. It's just the only thing that could be achieved I would say temporary, not fixed, temporary status quo. That's what's going to be. Temporary status quo. And the status quo could be, infinite war, not eternal, but eternity means it doesn't have a beginning. It doesn't have a beginning, it doesn't have an end. Infinite, it has a beginning, but it doesn't have an end. So it's an infinite status quo, because it has a beginning. Let's say, if you want to take it February 24th, that would be the beginning. And the ending, I don't know how this would be ending. Because as long as there are going to be Ukrainians to die, the West, the 2 or 3 countries in the West will pump money and ammunition and weapons to those people to fight for their country. The Russians, unless they will not have people to fight this operation, or until Putin dies and the angel of peace comes instead and is gonna take Russia like this and give it to the United States like that, then things will be like this forever. I mean, what do you think the Russians are going to say? Well, we lost, we're going back home now? That's not going to happen. There's not going to be Afghanistan. I can guarantee you this one. It's not about proportions here. I think it's guaranteed. Unless, as I said, another guy takes Putin's place and he decides to kill everything and everybody. And say, okay, now we change course and we are losers and we just bend both knees and spread the legs, take the pants down, and you know what's happening next. Otherwise, in Ukraine, the same. The West will not do anything about it. They will just adjust with the energy sectors. Their economy is going to lose a little bit. It's going to start over. It's going to be a little bit less. We're going to have less beer, less electricity, less this for a while, and then until the population is going to rebalance, if you know what I mean. Then we're going to have enough resources for all of them because we are not going to be around. So whatever, we'll see. What's a victory? What could be a victory? The Americans have no interest on this war to end. No interest, nothing. The Ukrainians, as I said, as long as they don't do a coup d'etat over there, the military say, you know what, we are done being told what to do, and the Ukrainian nation is decimated. And if we keep going like this, we're not going to exist, like Medvedev said. And Medvedev and Russia will be like, what, do you think these guys are going to push the Russians back? Once they reach the territory of Russia, or now this is going to be territory of Russia. So once their territorial integrity is questioned and it's unsafe, it's one of the 4 scenarios where they can use in their policy nuclear weapons. So what are they going to do? They're going to invade Russia. So once Luhansk and Donetsk is going to be part of Russia, like Crimea, once you're going to try to do something, per their protocol, self-defense, endanger our nation, existence, blah, 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 click, 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 boom, boom, boom. What are they going to do? Do you think and they're going to hit here. They're not going to hit in Washington or something. They're going to hit here in Ukraine. And those guys over there say, oh, take it easy. Now, time out, let's talk, done. That's what's going to happen. That if that's going to reach to that point, I don't think it's going to reach that point. I think the Russians are going to draw the line and going to be an infinite war. Unless somehow, as I said, it's going to be a insurrection in Ukraine, where the military will do that insurrection and will arrest and hang the traitors and all that and whatever they're going to do. It happened before, so it's not like it's something new. Look in history and you see a lot of examples of this kind. When they fought, and they say, well, take it easy, we're losing here, so no, we don't want to keep going. And they took care of the guys they were pushed by and sponsored by the guys from outside. They swept them a little bit to the side, to the cemetery, and then not even to the cemetery, blew them up. And then they took over and they had peace and happiness. Not really, but at least everything stopped. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.